back with a very long overdue IVF, surrogacy, sperm DNA fragmentation results update. I've already uploaded the sperm DNA results video, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. This video is going to go over the appointment that I had with my beautiful friend who's offered to be our surrogate. On the 17th of December, we went to see my specialist. Were a few concerns leading into that appointment. One, Tim and I received the sperm DNA fragmentation results that we were not hoping to receive. The sperm DNA integrity is poor, apparently at 31% when it should be below 29%. The fragmentation results being high explains part explains our recurrent miscarriage and our failed IVF cycles, low embryos making it to day 5 and freeze, and low quality. So yeah, that's part of our puzzle. Tim and I also have a DQ alpha match, which makes me immune to our embryos. Basically, it's called alloimmune implantation dysfunction. Having a DQ alpha match with your partner isn't that rare, but that, as well as activated natural killer cells, the combination of the two makes things very, very difficult and has made my body immune to becoming pregnant with Tim's baby. Unless I try an intense immune suppressing protocol, which is extremely expensive and may not work. So we have decided to try surrogacy. Our other option would be, the light just changed big time. It's very cloudy outside, so sorry about the changing lighting. I'm at a window. Our other option would be sperm donor or donor embryo. Adoption isn't really an option here in Australia. Surrogacy is kind of the path that seems or feels right at the moment, over all of our other options. We've had a dear friend of ours offer to be a surrogate for us. So of course we still have to go down the approval path and all of that stuff. Our appointment with my fertility specialist and my friend was on the 17th of December. So a week before Christmas we went in, and after receiving the sperm DNA fragmentation results, I wasn't even sure whether surrogacy would still be an option for us. If there was any point in doing another IVF cycle to create embryos of our own to transfer into a surrogate if we couldn't change the fragmentation results. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know whether having poor sperm DNA integrity meant that we couldn't have a baby that was half Tim's, whether that would mean we'd have to do donor sperm, in which case there was no point doing surrogacy because I could try and get pregnant with donor sperm. So yeah, there were a lot of questions. My surrogate was concerned as well because she had experienced placental abruption in both of her pregnancies, which can obviously be quite serious. It concerned me as well because the last thing I would want to do, Tim and I would both want to do, would be put her life at risk. It's just not worth it. My friend's previous doctor just said if she was to get pregnant again that it would need to be closely monitored. He didn't tell her she couldn't be pregnant again, so we were just unsure as to what that would mean for surrogacy. So yeah, we went into the appointment and she didn't seem fazed about Tim's sperm DNA fragmentation results at all. She just said she's going to put him on a vitamin supplement plan, and that was that really. she said that sperm DNA fragmentation results can come down and improve with the correct diet and lifestyle and vitamins. Yeah, that gave me hope. She didn't even, I mentioned donor sperm, and she said it wouldn't be necessary at this point. So that gave me hope that we'll still be able to create a viable embryo. She medically gave my friend and potential surrogate the all clear. She had an ultrasound done and all looked fine. In around October last year, the plan had been to do an IVF cycle this month in Jan. That's not going to happen now that we've received the sperm DNA fragmentation results. It's going to take at least 3 months for changes to be made, hopefully. So that takes us to around April. We'll probably do our 4th stimulated IVF cycle, and we'll be creating embryos to transfer into our surrogate. And depending on how many embryos we create, we may even use some of those embryos to transfer into me in the future if we decide to do an immune suppressing protocol. But you know, we have had hardly any embryos make it to freeze in our previous cycle, so I'm not going to get my hopes up, but you never know. We are starting the surrogacy process. There's obviously a lot of counselling sessions that need to be done. Tim and I separately, and my potential surrogate and her husband separately, and then counselling sessions together, multiple of them. We have to see lawyers and we have to get approved by the surrogacy board. So there's a lot of hoops that we need to jump through still. My specialist said it would be around a 3-month process. I've heard it's more of a 6 to 12-month process, but I guess it depends on how quickly both couples can make the appointments happen and keep the process going. So I'm not sure when we'll get approved, but we have to wait anyway to do IVF. There is a 6-month quarantine period after our embryos have been created. We will be PGS testing them as well, so they'll all be frozen, and then there's a quarantine period of 6 months. So even if we do get approved for surrogacy before that time's up, we won't be able to do anything. We do still have that one frozen embryo from my last cycle at my previous clinic. So we were kind of thinking, I mean, it's tricky. It's a low-grade embryo, it's grade C. They don't freeze a grade D, but grade C embryos do make babies. So we're a bit torn. We know that something wasn't right with probably Tim's sperm when we did our last IVF cycle. All of the ones that fertilised were low grades. So I don't have high hopes for this embryo, as terrible as that sounds. And transferring into a surrogate does cost more than it would to transfer into me. So it makes me a little bit nervous to spend that amount of money with the chances not great. But then again, we're paying $200 every 6 months to keep this embryo frozen. I mean, I don't know. If we get approved for surrogacy before the 6-month quarantine period is up for our to be created embryos, sorry, my nose is a little blocked from allergies. Maybe we will transfer that one embryo we have frozen currently. I just don't know. It seems a shame not to try. I mean, we've spent the money to create it. It could turn into a healthy baby. We don't know. It was an embryo that was unable to be PGS tested because it wasn't hatching. So we don't know if it's chromosomally normal or not. But anyway, that's something we will have to think about and work out what we're going to do in regards to that. So yeah, I think that's all I had to update you on. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you are also doing an IVF cycle in the coming months, let me know. I am feeling a little bit, well, a lot nervous. It's my 4th IVF cycle, stim cycle, so I mean I've got mixed feelings. I'm nervous, I'm hopeful. It's hard when you get your hopes up just to have them crushed, and we've had them crushed a lot. So, you know, we're just trying to do what we can and hoping what we're doing makes a difference and brings us our baby that we've been waiting a long, long time for. Anyways, thanks so much for watching and your continued support. It means the world to us. We would not, no idea where we'd be without you guys and this support system, so thank you. Good luck to anyone else who is also starting your IVF journey or any kind of fertility treatment journey, but my prayers are with you. We are in it together and we can do it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.
You know me, the truth gets heavier every night. I promise I'll be the one if you help me win this fight.